Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Drager and Stephano on Frozen Temple. Where's my music? There's my music. In the top left side of the map we have the blue Protoss player. It is Drager representing 3D Gaming. And in the bottom right side of the map we have the pink Zerg player. It is Stephano from Meltdown Esports. Alright, so this is from WESG, which is World Electronic Sports Games Tournament. That was held, I want to say, about a week or so ago. Yeah, about a week or so ago. Somebody contacted me through Twitter saying you need to cast this game, and they provided the replay, so I said, hey, why not? I like Stephano. Not entirely familiar with Drager, but hey, if he's playing Stephano in a major online or LAN tournament, then I will cast it. Alright, so Drager, did he go for double gateway opening? Is that what he canceled there? Sure seems like that's what he canceled. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, a forge. He was getting a forge. Stephano came with a drone, though. He canceled that thing. I'm not sure if Stephano saw that was a cancel or not, but I think he did. He's pretty good at observing stuff like that. So Stephano was just trying to block out the attempt at getting a Nexus here from Drager. And we usually see this the other way around, actually. Stephano is considering putting down a hatch if he can. This is interesting. All right, can he get the hatch? He gets the hatch! Oh, Stephano gets the proxy hatch here inside his opponent's natural base. We haven't seen this since Cats did it. Back in Heart of the Swarm. I think he's probably done it since then, but that's the first time I saw it. There is the spawning pool. No gas, you'll notice. He's getting as many minerals as he can. He wants queens. He wants lings, and Drager is pulling 100 million probes out to try to deal with this thing. Meanwhile, there's a block going on from Drager trying to prevent Stephano from throwing down a hatch at his own expansion, which is fun. So good micro by Stephano, though, is working and does shove the probe away. He has almost enough for that third hatch. I almost said second, but it's definitely third. I don't think this is going to finish. Nope, especially not with the Zealot there. Cancel. Stephano gets the cancel. The probe running for its life. And gets another one down. Almost gets another one down. And though the Nexus blocking it now. Drager does finally get down his second Nexus. Zealot takes down the drone. Stephano has an expansion on the way too. It is also late, so I think we just kind of stabilized right now. We kind of normalized our game. Adept on the way for a Drager. You have to understand, there's no way that there are that many lings coming in there right now. I guess there could be if Stephano had skipped this hatch, but Stephano is better than that. He's not going to skip it and try to one base a Protoss player who's effectively on 2 at this point. It's not going to make any sense for him. Third base now coming up for Stephano at a more traditional location. Lings chasing away this scouting probe who does see the third. Very happily for it. Double assimilator now wrapping up and warping in the main base for Drager. And another adept on the way. Did you already make one? It seems like there was already one on the way. Maybe that one just took forever to build. Seems like a possibility. Alright, so Adept warps on in, heads on south. Gonna try to save that probe. Can they save the... Yes! Saves the probe! 1 hit point left! 1 left. The probe lives because the Adept saved it. The Adept is gonna kill this other Ling. Check this action out. Wait, you stopped! Oh, you had it. You did finish the transfer, though. Did you just lose focus of what you were doing? Another transfer available. You can chase this thing down. There. Oh, actually, sending the Psionic transfer the other way. I don't know what Drager is doing. I don't know what's happening here. Sending the Mothership core across the map, though. Is this going to be a pylon? Drager. Oh, Drager's throwing down the pylon. It's out of the sight range of Stephano here. Can't see it. Now he can. Now he can, but he couldn't before. So he's going to try to photon overcharge the hatch. Drager, what are you doing? You're a crazy person. The Lings come right on in, though. Goodbye, Adept. Is this enough Lings to take down this photon overcharge? Nope. No, the pylon is very upset about things. Queen here to stab away. 2 queens here to stab away that Mothership core. Get out. Run. These queens are upgraded, man. They've been buffed in the latest patch of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Is this enough to kill this hatchery? No. I mean, it takes it down to 900 out of 15 hit points here at the third base, but Lings now getting on top of this pylon. They should be able to kill it fairly quickly. And they do. The pylon does kill a few of them, does hurt the hatch. And the Mothership core going to escape with 23 hit points remaining. This queen cannot catch it as she is off creep as the Mothership core skirts around the southern side of the map. Evolution Chamber coming up for our friend Stephano. Meanwhile, what is Drager doing back home? Gateway, gateway, gateway. So just a lot of gateways. I don't see any higher tech. Oh, there it is. There's the higher tech. That is a Dark Shrine, ladies and gentlemen. Draeger's going for the Dark Shrine. All right. Again, this is really good if the Zerg player doesn't see it coming, which does seem quite possible. Happens a lot, actually. A Roach Warren here, a Baneling Nest coming up, too. Overlord did not scout that out. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. Nope. Overlord doesn't know about that Dark Shrine, but also doesn't see any other higher tech. So when in doubt, man, get Spore Crawlers. When in doubt, Spores are good against Dark Templar, they're good against Phoenix, they're good against Oracles. Yep, there's a Spore Crawler for Stephano now. I'd like to see another 1 or 2, if at all humanly possible, but maybe not. Maybe that is not the case. Creep spread continuing here for the Stephano. That is so good to see. I love good creep spread out of a Zerg player. And again, the Dark Shrine just takes forever to warp in. So long. How many seconds? 71. Basically a Spire is what it is. 10 Roaches coming out for Stephano, getting +1 melee attack instead of missile. I'm not sure what the reasoning on that is, but either way, we do have some Lings out already. Got 9 Lings and 6 Roaches, soon to be 12. Versus how many Adepts are there here? 10 Adepts. I think Stephano will be okay. Yeah, Draeger thinks so too. Draeger decides he's going to go home. Taking a couple shots from Roaches. Not really enough to kill the Adepts, but again, the Psionic Transfer forces the Roaches to come back, and then you just cancel the transfer, and your Adepts make it home safely. It's such a solid move. Meanwhile, Ling's trying to force a cancel on this. On Nexus, no. Not enough. The third Nexus will complete successfully for the Draeger. We do have just some dancing and some flirting going on right now between these Roaches and these Adepts. I think... No, he finishes! Draeger finishes the transfer. I didn't see that happening whatsoever. And then the DTs sneak right out. Kill that Spore Crawler. Kill the Spore. There we go. 4 DTs getting rid of that Spore, and they get rid of the Spore. This base is in a ton of trouble. Adepts do manage to Psionic Transfer their way the heck on out of there, but the DTs are going to get this third hatch, and they get the third. Transfuse trying to keep it alive, but it's not enough. 4 DTs have so much DPS here. Trying to get that surround, and yes, the Overseer pops over that third base, killing 3 of the DTs, getting revenge for that dead hatchery, but the other one might actually escape, depending on how fast... Oh, the trap! Oh! The Zerglings trap the Dark Templar in amongst them so they can't run away, and they wait for the Overseer to show up. It's like a citizen's arrest. They pinned the criminal to the ground, the cop showed up, and then they murdered him. Okay, so maybe it's not exactly like a citizen's arrest. Could be wrong about that. Meanwhile, it's just a lot of Adept and Sentry and Stalker here. Out of our friend Draeger, we got Lings sneaking up that right side from Stephano. Roaches coming up, the right side rather, and Roaches coming up this left side, trying to force some pressure. Doing okay. The force fields are a little bit too strong, though. Some Roaches trying to join up. The Lings on the right side aren't really timing this well. I thought they would attack this third while the attack from the left side came, but no, they did not actually do that. They do have +1 melee attack, which is nice. Centrifugal hooks coming up from Stephano, which is also very, very good. And the Lings trying to sneak on into this third base, but the army is no longer fooled. Hold a position on the Lings. Does kill a couple probes, but not really anything to worry about if you are the blue Protoss player. It's 61 to 49 total Harvesters. Draeger is up, man. But these Roaches looking to do some damage. However, Photon Overcharge really good here at the front door of Draeger's natural base. Roaches do take down yet another pylon, which is good to see. Lings kind of bouncing back and forth here, trying to see what they can do about this third. But once again, the response by Draeger has been pretty perfect thus far. So creep spread continuing for our friend Stephano. Actually, I take that back. He's not really continuing the creep spread at all. He kind of got it out to where it's fairly away from his main base. He's getting a 4th base now here too at the bottom side of the map. Lings checking for a 4th base at the top side of the map for Draeger, but there's not one. Anyway, creep spread has been okay, but not great. Stephano is continuing it up the middle, though, which is good, and he is continuing it up the sides. Okay, Stephano heard me. He's continuing it. That's good. So we have a handful of Lings and a handful of Banes over here on the top of the map. I think they're going to launch an attack on this third base of Draeger, which explains why there are pylons blocking the attack paths of Lings and Banelings. I'm pretty sure Stephano doesn't know about those. He does not. He does now, right? So the Lings come in. The Lings sneak in here. They try to take down all of these probes. The Photon Overcharge is real. The Banelings are going to get some hits, though. Whoa! 9 probes die there. Could have been more. Could have been it, but the Banelings are hanging out. Meanwhile, the army shows up and takes down this 4th base of Stephano. Can they get there? The Lings, the Roaches, the Ravagers trying to save it. Krosabaz landing on top of the Stalkers. But I think the Lings might be able to take down this 3rd base of Draeger. But no, the 4th base does go down. Draeger's army is ready and raring and very happy to go with that. No, saves it. Draeger saves his third with 98 hit points remaining. Photon overcharge, good. 4 pylon, 4 kills on that pylon. 0 kills on that pylon. Oh shoot, round 2 of Lings showed up and the third went down. There we go. Alright, so Draeger now attacking into this third base of Stephano. There are Roaches, there are Ravagers, there are Banelings. Force fields are good, but Corrosive Bile being used to take down at least one of the force fields there. Banelings trying to crash in on top of Immortals. Not a good use of their abilities whatsoever. The Immortal does go down to Roaches, though. That is not something Draeger wanted to see at all. He just has a giant army right now. It's 124 to 103 total supply. Lings are still killing stuff here at this third base for Draeger, but I think the bigger problem is the one that Stephano has at his third, where the third base explodes. Stephano is officially on 2 base, you guys. Yes, he's making a third a little bit northways, but I don't know if it's actually going to work. Spine Crawlers here. Trying to stab down as many of these units as they can. And no upgrades whatsoever for Draeger, so I'm not sure if this is going to work out. Banelings trying to find places to crash on in. They are getting some hits right on top of these Stalkers and getting some nice explosions there, actually. Wow, all along that line. A lot of Stalkers died there, a lot of Adepts taking some hits too, but a Warp Prism here to reinforce these units. Stalkers finishing off the final Spine Crawler. Can they get the Overseer as well? They get the Overseer because it is so darn slow. So Draeger's army is a lot smaller, but he's still threatening Stephano here at his natural base. Queens trying to come to the party a little bit late and getting massacred. Drones as well trying to come on home. Spine Crawler, exploding Evolution Chamber. Lings on top of everything. Force fielding Stephano's main ramp. Ah, that's such a dirty move. Such a dirty move. Banelings are attacking stuff. Drones are trying to attack here as well. Trying to save their own lives. It is Adept and Stalker versus Ling and Roach. The Lings are all gone, though. It's just Roaches. It's just a couple Queens. They're trying to kill that Warp Prism. Can't do it. Draeger backs up a little bit. Warps in additional Adepts here off of his 2 bases. Both of these players are starving for money right now. Draeger has more workers, but is officially on 2 base. Stephano is kind of on 3, as that third base up north is now happily mining, at least to some extent. Ling's getting on top of these Stalkers. That's exactly what Stephano needs to deal with this. Killing the Adepts too. Again, no upgrades on these guys. Causing some troubles, but the Lings died anyway. The Adepts did a little bit better than I expected them to do. Stalkers walking on in. Trying to kill Overlords is not enough to supply block Stephano, as he has a lot of available supply. Another warp-in of Adepts here. The action is non-stop, ladies and gentlemen, as I slip into a bit of a British accent, which I'm sure was terrible. Anyway, Macro Hatch here for Stephano is under fire. Infestation Pit here in the main base, under fire. Lair, under fire. The Banelings for Stephano. He needs some amazing hits on these Banelings. He needs the Force Field for Draeger to not be that good. I don't know if that's possible. Force Fielding out the main again. The drones cannot escape. The Lings cannot get in. The Banelings, though, getting hits. Exploding on the sentries. Getting all of the sentries. A huge play by Stephano. That's exactly what he needed. Lings flooding on in now. Drones attacking as well. Adepts willy-nilly just trying to kill everything that they can. So many dead drones, though. But can Stephano hold on? He just barely does enough. No! No, he doesn't have enough. More Lings popping out. Desperation Lings forced to retreat. Coming in, trying to attack some of these warping in units, but Draeger picking up his sentries with the Warp Prism. Great move. Pro move there. Infestation Pit again under fire. It is 72 to 33 total supply. Stephano has not much left whatsoever. Every Ling that pops out, he is rallying them to the top of his main base. He's desperately trying to clear this army out. Draeger has no money, man. Yes, he's mining from his natural base, but that's about it. Banelings coming in again. Force fields. Good force fields. Pretty good force fields, but I don't know if it was enough. More Adepts warping in. This Warp Prism is giving Draeger everything that he needs right now. It really is. Sentries, Stalkers. Draeger's army is getting very whittled down. Stephano is just kind of piecemealing a defense together here. The Adepts are not attacking these Roaches. I don't know why. Sentries getting directly attacked, getting saved by the Warp Prism. Some Warp Prism micro going on right now, but additional Lings keep popping up for Stephano. That third base is keeping Stephano alive right now. If he didn't have that, he would be dead, and he's alive. Draeger has 2 sentries and an Adept in that Warp Prism, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's being followed to the natural base. Draeger saying, where on earth is that third base from Stephano? I know he has one. I know he has one. And you're right, Draeger. He totally has one, and then you just scouted it, right? Just scouted it. Dang it, says Draeger. I thought I had him confined to 2. Never really attacked the drone line here in the natural base, which I feel like might have been a bit of a mistake. I don't know. Lings killing these long-distance probes. Long-distance mining probes at the third base for Draeger. Draeger's down to 46 total workers. Yes, he has double the amount of his opponent, but he doesn't have really a great base. DTs! What? Draeger got more DTs. He's taken down this third. Where is the Overseer? Where is the Overseer? Do you have an Overseer? He's making one. Here it is. Can he save the third? I think he could save the third. Oh, the Warp Prism picks up the DT, picks up the Adept. He's got 2 sentries in there as well. The third base is saved by Stephano, though. Holy shamooli, hanging on just by the skin of his teeth. By the skin of his teeth right now. Okay, alright, so taking stock. 4 DTs, 5 Adepts, a Warp Prism, and 2 sentries for Draeger. Versus 36 Lings, 6 Roaches, and an Overseer. Yeah, that Overseer is kind of a big deal. I'm gonna go out on a limb on say that one. It's just I don't think Draeger has anything to do with these Roaches. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. I think he can handle the Lings. He has an Archon. Did he turn the DTs into an Archon? He must have. He turned the DTs into Archons. Okay, that's actually not bad against Roaches here. And the Warp Prism Micro from Draeger warping in more units. How is he doing this? Lings trying to get inside the natural base. They do. They do get inside it here, but the third base falls. The Archons trying to kill what they can. The Micro from Draeger is absolutely insane right now. Stephano does not have another base. He's not morphing another one. Photon Overcharge trying to kill all of these Lings that are getting through, but they're killing the Pylons. Here at the Natural, they've got +2 attack. They are no, or rather the Probes are no match for these Lings. Here comes Draeger. He's killing buildings. He says, if you Roaches don't want to engage here, I don't mind. Right, the Roaches focusing down the Archons. Transfuses being used on the Roaches as well. Picking up the wounded Archon and picking it up again. The Warp Prism Micro has been crazy going on, but the Lings come out, and that's it, the GG. Oh, GG from Draeger. Draeger is defeated. Stephano is victorious, and Pink Zerg gets the win today. Holy shamooli, what an amazing, absolutely insane and stupid game that was. That was non-stop action for like the last 10 minutes. I have never seen a Zerg player hold on by that thin of a margin in my entire life. Yeah, he's got Lings popping out with 2x2, 3x3, making small handfuls of Baelings inside his main base. I mean, at no point did he really have a decisive victory in a battle, but he had enough to stay alive. And that Ling counterattack in the Natural was absolutely brutal. Brutal from Stephano. Without that, I think Draeger might be in a better spot, but whew, that was a fun one. So thanks again for recommending that my way, Penguin. I appreciate the heads up on that. If you have any replays or can get me anything you'd like me to cast, go ahead and do so. Send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com. But, all right, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.